taking on the winners of 3 straight, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside. The Wolverines will put total leather and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So East Carolina's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Pocket starts to collapse. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Pirates will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have its first possession of the game. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this match?
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is made, but there is laundry on the deck, so we might be having a do-over.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's got his man. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Parrish. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. To the ground with the back. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Quickly complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And how about this play by the offense? First and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They try to pop a run on the draw. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a gap. It's Proctor. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Finds his big tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the draw. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Pirates are on the move. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quick strike complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his big tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. The give to the tailback.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
They'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Running back searching for a hole. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He's going to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The play action fake. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that 1st down. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Good enough for a 1st down.
The give on the inside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. Field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Pirates want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Offense, quick tempo. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's complete. Off he goes. Touchdown, ECU! And once he got loose, it was all over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kent State is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Josh Cribbs should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll keep it on the ground. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. Slips through the line. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the 1st down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Now on the move. Past the 30. Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Reels it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, man.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Here's the handoff. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gives them some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires left. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few 1st downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Purple Pirates!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
The Pirates will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Power football with the run. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they got him for the sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They're testing the right side here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. A 3rd and long coming up here. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Pirates will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Finds his target down the middle. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Complete in the middle. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
He'll bring it out. It's Maddox. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. They'll leave it with him. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Makes his connection. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong. Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo. A lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, look out. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll pull it down. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Pirates will punt it away on 4th down. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's running in the open. Touchdown Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, Michigan. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. They're working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. He wants to throw. He's got it. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, East Carolina. They take the lead with the 6. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Looking for the two-point try. They want to throw it. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Now on first down from the 30. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, look out. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a grab and go for the score.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Number 14, set to kick off.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Catch in the middle, it's Proctor. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On second down, looking again to throw. He's got it down the right side. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, ECU! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. This is like a baseball pitcher they can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Fires to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Right on target this time. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They run the reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Looking to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, and the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long, and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you cause the fumble. Great 3rd down execution by this defense.
Using his legs, it's Proctor. They stripped it out. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again, he's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's going to take off. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. On 3rd down, going up top. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now on 3rd down after that run. Looking to throw for it. Dances away from the heat. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end, because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And the Wolverines will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Leaves it with the running back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. At the 40, there he goes. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Pirates. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today.
The give to the back.
They're trailing by just 4 to Cal. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Running to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Good enough for a first down.
He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Parrish. Still on his feet. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Carolina 49, Michigan 42.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. You know when I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
He's got him this time. Got a lot of running room. The 30, the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. On second down, just keeps firing. Quarterback extends the play. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
On second down, wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They want to just keep throwing it. Another incompletion on third down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Red pass, it's complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in inside the 10. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, East Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's looking for a man on second down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. We bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT. Almost put this one away.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. With jet sweep pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates, where the purple has engulfed this place as they are ready for a showdown. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pirates offense takes the field. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games and big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
It's now 2nd down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. Short gain on the play before he slides. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Dances away. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, 1st quarter, they've now already given up 1.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Wide open downfield. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back. And as an added bonus, they get the 1st down. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire deep. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Lets it fly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Pirates will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. Snatches it on the right. Touchdown, Wolverines! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A quick pass to the left. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with the first down. The Pirates are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. It's on target and complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. It's complete to the left. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. And on 2nd down for this offense. They keep attacking through the air. That's caught. It's Proctor. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Delivers the stiff arm. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the counter play. Hard running there. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Line gets set. First down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Touch pass on the run. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're trying to get to him. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Running back goes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Got him downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Complete downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, ECU!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over the Astronauts.
Wants to pass it.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's going to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Unloads to the right. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. He's looking to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Grabbed in the middle, it's Proctor. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Looking to move it through the air. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Finds his tight end. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Off play action. Now sliding to his left. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this big lead because they are getting after the perfection.
And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. He got it.
That makes the score East Carolina 24, Michigan 10.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Gonna run it. It's Proctor. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Nowhere to move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll line up for a second down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third down play from the gun. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Big cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Wants to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in at the 15. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. First down and 10. The offense will quickly use a timeout. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. He's going to pass. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, East Carolina.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Cal. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On second down, they'll take to the air. He's right on target. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to get to him. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Looking for blockers. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Still running at the 40. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't using the quick game. And they're able to get him on the ground. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? The back goes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Pirates will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. You've got a 3rd and manageable backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Pirates send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense onto the field again. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Trying play action. Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, to get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He makes the connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he intercepts it. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Motion from the offense. Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. It's a draw. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They go to the draw. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Takes the handoff. It's Proctor. Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. That's caught. It's Proctor. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? They'll try to get the first through the air. Hauls it in. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Pirates will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Handoff to the lone back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They'll throw it on 1st down. Extending the play. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Proctor. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. 3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse for this offense. 2 for 2. Touchdown, ECU! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the side.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Michigan. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. The running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
He's got it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Scrambling away. At the 45 on his way. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pulls it in. It's Daniels. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got his man in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
At the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Michigan.
Back to the air one more time. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Getting some heat. He's got it on the move. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the look. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Wolverines! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Pirates! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
Man, what a great break of the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously, this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.